Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers review. Thanks to the guys over at Hobby Link Japan. Today I'm taking a look at Unite Warriors Decepticon Combaticons Combiner Bruticus by Takara Tomy. 5 bots, 1 box. Let's crack it open and see how good it is. Now this is the first of my Unite Warriors box sets that I've purchased, and I love how it's all packaged in this plastic clamshell. It really reminds me of some of the 80s and 90s box set Transformers you used to get, and I love how they've gone back to that retro look. And here they are, all out of the packaging. Now, the biggest impact that Takara have had on this set is that vibrant paint scheme. You cannot knock it at all. It looks absolutely stunning. Now, we all know Blast Off is a topic of conversation. He's the Marmite Transformer. You either love his new mold or you hate it. But the colour schemes themselves for all of these, they are absolutely remarkable. Gorgeous paint applications. This is why people go for Takara. If Hasbro were to give us something like this, I guess we get what we pay for. The Hasbro one is fractionally cheaper. But just look at these, look at how vibrant it is. That metallic shine as well, that's lovely. Huge fan. I'm a bit late to the Takara box set party, but I know a lot of you are big fans. I know a lot of people are excited for the likes of the Computron as well. Love the colours on these. I believe these are more cartoon accurate. Vortex is lovely. That vibrant blue. Still not a fan of the limb accessories. I think Perfect Effects or various other third-party companies are probably the way to go with the limbs. Let's just take a look at that Blast Off. Let's get this silly gun off his head. There. Now, personally, I was okay with him being a plane, a jet. I can see why they remolded it, but it doesn't really work. These don't really peg in together very well at all. Just kind of push them and nothing really tabs in. I don't know what they've done. No, the paint scheme is really nice. The purple itself is incredibly vibrant. Underside, it's still a Combiner Wars robot, so you're going to have a visible head and chest ports, etc. But all in all, I think it's a nice change. They've mixed it up a bit. They took a risk, and I think it works, kind of. I personally would have been in the camp of keep him as a jet, but give him this paint scheme. And here they are, all up in their robot modes. Now, robot modes are somewhat different, just slightly different configurations, and the colours do really pop. Blast Off is still one of my biggest issues, unfortunately. Just something just not quite right about the big boobies he's got going on there. The legs look fantastic. They are absolutely incredible. I love those. They're very Astro Trainish though in comparison to actually being Blast Off, and his arms are really spindly. He's got spider arms. Very nice head sculpt. Really like the head sculpt. Definitely got that going for him. And he does get a double jointed elbow, so you can do some pretty nice poses with this guy. Articulation's the same as what you'd get with your standard Combiner Wars figure. It's just something about his look just doesn't really tick my Blast Off box, unfortunately. Name goes for Vortex. What mode itself looks pretty nice. He's a pretty good. Then you go into the back, and this is just kibble-tastic. It's rubbish, absolutely rubbish. These just fall off like there's no tomorrow, which I don't think personally for a kit for this sort of price is even remotely acceptable. Onslaught looks incredible. I absolutely love the decals on him. Just look at all of that on the chest. Paint is gorgeous. It looks incredible. let's look at that. He looks so hench. A lot of you don't know how to plug the legs in. People are having trouble with his knees. You've got this blue hinge on the inside there. You need to make sure that this blue hinge is bent. And as you bend this knee over, that actually slides, that blue hinge goes in and under like that and locks into place. That stops him having any difficulties with his knee. You still get the full range of knee articulation, but you don't get wibbly wobbly knee. Doesn't really say that in instructions. It doesn't make it very clear. Really nice silver. And aside, we do still get a pretty hefty back kibble section there and hollow legs. But darn, he does look insanely good, doesn't he? Definitely one of my favourites. But look at that big, huge gap. You go from this click to that click. That's way too far. His feet don't warrant stance that wide. So the natural stance is just too close together. I'm having to turn the feet outwards to give it a little bit more of a natural stance. Brawl, pretty much the same as what he's always been. Nice head sculpt there. Not keen on that orange hat, although, and the red mask is a bit. But the actual colours are pretty nice. He's just a good. He's more of a fodder figure here, in my opinion. The sort of thing you'd buy more of, and just make some fodder figures out of him. Swindle is just Swindle. Nice looking figure. Didn't even realise I could use those bits at the back there to store his gun. Just pegs in there nicely to go over his shoulder. I've had the original Hasbro since Christmas, and then I sold it. I never even realised you could plug that in there. You learn new things every day. But yes, the colour scheme works for them in bot mode. They do look remarkably nice together, but I don't think the modifications they've made to Blast Off really work. It just doesn't scream Blast Off to me. Onslaught is incredible. His paint applications are impeccable, but those feet and leg joints just do not work. All the gripes and faults aside, it is still a very nice set. I mean, so far it's looked good in vehicle mode, it's looked good in bot mode. Let's just see how it looks as Bruticus. And here he is, all transformed up into Bruticus. With a bit of getting him transformed up, and there he is. He's not perfect at all, is he? I was really hoping he'd hold himself together, but the arm keeps popping off, Swindle keeps opening up. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now, I think, was it Echo TF or Nanef? Somebody like that was doing some upgrade kits for these as well, which I may have to nibble on, I think, because the paint applications on Bruticus are impeccable and he looks fantastic. He just needs that third-party touch. I mean, let's take a closer look at the head sculpt. Those colours, they're fantastic. It's so vibrant. Got a really gorgeous shimmering purple on the chest there. And Bruticus's head is perfect. We have no up and down motion on there, though. We do have a bit of a wibbly wobbly left and right motion, and we do have all the way around, all the way around. Again, he is somewhat hindered. Now, for the life of me, I cannot get Blast Off to stay together. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I have to go back and check on TFW to see if anybody else has had this fixed. I haven't been on there a while, but I'll check it. It just will not stay together. It keeps popping open. And I mean, come on, this is Takara. That should not be happening at all. Same with Swindle. He does pop open again on this joint. And that has something to do with this being too tight. It took me ages to figure out you could flip these sections back to make Brawl the same height as well. I could not understand what I was doing wrong. So anyway, to summarise, Bruticus is a good combiner. Unite Warriors is a fantastic line. The paint applications are impeccable and it does make such a difference. But this is not without its faults. Blast Off, I feel they have rushed. They've tried too hard, if that actually makes any sense. He was fine as a jet, in my opinion. The shuttle just doesn't really work, and now he just doesn't hold together like he should. I'm having trouble with Swindle, you know, it's just the little tiny itty bitty things that make all the difference. Is this set worth the money? Yes, it is. It is definitely worth the money and it's definitely worth a purchase, but please be aware you'll more than likely have to iron out those creases. I really do hope that the third parties give us a colour scheme which matches up to the Unite Warriors. If you know of any other third parties doing upgrade kits for these, please leave a comment in the comments section below. And basically we can vote up the best third party company for this kit by giving them a big thumbs up on their comments. Thanks again to HobbyLink Japan for making this review possible. If you like the look of this Bruticus, then feel free to click my personal link in the description here below that takes you straight through to the HobbyLink Japan webpage. Thanks for watching everybody. Until next time, from myself and the Unite Warriors Bruticus, a goodbye.